the Kia Seltos S. It competes with other small SUVs like the Honda HR-V and Mazda CX-30. I've been driving this for the last week with my family of 3 to see how it handled with family living. This video will be split into chapters. Here are the time codes. If you like something, you can skip ahead or use the markers on the YouTube timeline. My written review will be on the CarsGuide site, but if you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe and hit the bell icon to stay on top of our latest videos. This model with that optional safety package will set you back around $28,000 before on-road costs, or a little over 30 grand drive away, which makes it one of the more affordable entry-level SUVs on the market. To get away with its low price, this model makes do with 16-inch steel wheels with hubcaps, halogen daytime running lights and headlights, but it does have more interior space than some of its rivals, which could be exactly what you need. This is a really cute car. It's got a robust shape but has really lovely sleek lines that gives it a softly rugged appearance. The roof rails immediately drew my eye because they end in this little tail at the back. The windows are large and offer great visibility. Even though this is classed as a small SUV, it doesn't look it. It's not much smaller than a Mazda CX-5, but because of the boxier rear, it gives the illusion that it's bigger. This car looks like it's going to age well, which is always a good feature on a family car that you intend on keeping for a while. The dash is plain but practical. I like the nice detailing with the piano black and chrome finishes. I actually like the no-nonsense dials here. It's giving me some old school vibes. But the 8-inch touchscreen does give it a lovely modern feel, and it's super easy to use. This model has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It was easy to connect my phone and have access to my navigation app, because unfortunately this model doesn't have a built-in sat-nav. The gear shifter is large and feels great on my hand. I'm also loving the crumpled look speakers on the doors. I think they add some much needed personality to the interior. I like how large the steering wheel is and how nice it feels under my hands. I have noticed that there's some rough stitching detail at the back, but besides from being a little bit more basic in finish, it's still a really nice wheel. There's not a physical manual in the glove box, but a quick information flyer with a QR code that you can scan to download the manual, which is in, unfortunately, 2 parts. Might not be a big deal for some people, but I think if you're on the highway with no cell reception, that might be a problem. It has 2 cup holders up front, as well as a bottle holder in each of the doors. The middle console here is actually quite large. You can fit quite a few oddities. You also have this little spot here to put phone or whatnot. It has a USB connection as well as 2 12-volt connections. It also has this random pillar here. I don't know what it's for, but it's pretty cool. You can also select your drive mode down here next to the gear shifter in Eco, Normal or Sports. The only thing that feels a little bit basic is the seats. Now, they are cloth and it is an entry-level car, but I did find on longer trips that they weren't super comfortable. Not a massive deal, but just something to think about if you like the long family trips. Okay, the back seat is larger than some small SUVs I've seen, but there's not a lot going on back here. You don't have cup holders, you don't have the middle armrest, you also don't have basic connectivity, so no climate control, no USB, you don't even have the map pockets on the back of the seats. You do have a bottle holder in each of the doors, and they have carried through that nice crumpled look speaker into the doors as well. You have 2 ISOFIX points as well as 3 top tethers in this car. However, you're really only going to get 2 car seats in the back here. I did find it quite easy to secure our car seat in here. There was plenty of room to move it and me around it. The boot space is decent at 468 litres. The cargo floor can be repositioned to a higher level if you don't want to bend down as much, or to a lower level to fit in prams and luggage. The trade-off for this though is that it does come with a space saver wheel instead of the full-size wheel that you can find on the higher spec models. This model has a 2-litre 4-cylinder petrol engine. And with the floods this week, I have really put it through its paces. It drives really smoothly, and is quite zippy without feeling like a dodgem car. And I feel like drivers of different experiences, from learners to grannies, will all find something to like about this car, which I think is commendable for a base model. However, it didn't handle as well as I would have liked during the wet weather. With the heavy rains, I felt that the car wasn't solid on the road, and the wheels sometimes became a bit shuddery when you're at medium or higher speeds, as if the wheels were struggling for traction. This may have been because it's just a two-wheel drive. Besides the seats, the driving comfort's really good in this car. You don't feel jostled when you're on sealed country roads, which is a real plus. The reversing camera and rear sensors make it really easy to park. I actually find that the reversing camera in this is really crisp and clear, which I liked. I like how the size of this car makes it super easy to get around the city. The official combined fuel consumption for this car is 6.8 litres per 100 Ks. Now, in the real world driving, I achieved 6.7 litres per 100 Ks, and that was mostly on long distance drives. That is really good for a small SUV. This Seltos S does have an optional safety pack, and it does cost a little bit extra to get it. It has a maximum NCAP safety of 5 stars, which was tested in 2019. It has front AEB, but not for the rear, a reversing camera and rear parking sensors, as well as lane keeping assist. But I personally found this way too sensitive, and I ended up turning it off because I found the assist wasn't gentle, and I think in a less experienced driver, it might not be the safety feature you hope it is. This model comes with 6 airbags. Some newer small SUVs can come with even more than this, but it has driver and front passenger airbags, as well as front side airbags and side curtain airbags that covers both rows. Kia provides a 7-year unlimited kilometre warranty, which is fantastic for the class. You get 24-hour roadside assistance when you service it at a dealership. It has a 7-year cap price servicing program, servicing every 12 months or 15,000 kilometres, whichever comes first. Although this car feels more comfortable during fair weather, it's a great size with a nice price tag. It loses points because of the lack of amenities in the rear seat, as well as the seat comfort for longer trips, but still gets a 7.5 out of 10 from me. It got a 6.5 out of 10 from my 5-year-old. He did miss those back vents. Check out Matt Campbell's range review of the Kia Seltos if you want to find out about other models in the Seltos range. If you're after more details, the full review will be at the CarsGuide site. But please like and subscribe to stay on top of our latest videos. See you next week.